All right, we're back. We are live. So, there we go. So, how y'all doing this morning? How's everybody feeling this morning? I hope you are feeling absolutely wonderful on this day as we get ready to engage in these markets. And so, this is what I'm looking for on today. Markets have been in a little bit of a consolidation state since London. We haven't really made any significant moves thus far. But first thing we're going to take a look at this morning is marking out midnight open, right? So we're going to mark out midnight open. Those of you who are following me, man, thank you. I appreciate you. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Yep, as we get ready for today. All right, so let's get the charts pulled up for everybody here on today. Let's clear this out the way. Got to clean up the charts a little bit from yesterday. Uh, okay, charts look a little bit better. Had to just clear up everything from yesterday. We still did keep our loss on what we took on yesterday. We still got that up right on ES. Here it goes. Here's that setup for that trade that was right here. But let's go ahead and do the important thing for today and get ourselves set up, right? All right. So the first thing we're looking at, what are you all biased on today? Those of you who are joining me in the chat, what's your bias on today? How are you feeling? Are you feeling bearish or are you bullish on today? Like which one? Which one? But as you figure that out, I'm going to focus on getting the charts marked up for us.
What's going on, Juco? on, Juco?
All right, so we got our charts marked out. We got everything, set pretty much how we want it. So let's go ahead and get into what it is of what we see today so far. We have about 15 minutes until the market opens. So this is what I'm seeing so far, right? Obviously, we're hanging around midnight open right now. It's looking like we're having some bearish momentum. Looking like it's coming down to sell side liquidity, and what we're looking at is ES, so the S&P 500. So that is what we're taking a look at right now. Currently, you see where we have buy side liquidity right here, and we're at midnight open here, and we have some sell side liquidity that is resting right here with these relative equal lows that are sitting right down here with all this liquidity. So what I am thinking is this may be a day where we tend to pull back. So if we go up on the hour, obviously majority of this was from our weekly bias on the week. Why is it doing that? I always wondered why that happens. All right, so let's remove this. Oh, wait a minute. Put that back. Let's remove this. So hopefully we start to have some bearish momentum in what it seems, and we start gathering a little bit of a retrace right, to come back to buy side and maybe perhaps sweep previous day high. So I'm looking for a pull down to sell side, right? We have a retracement back down to sell side, maybe sweep this liquidity here and then have a retracement for longs coming back to previous day high at 76.48. That might be the goal and the plan for today, but it remains to be seen. So, how do you all feel, man? What is your trading idea? What is your trading plans for today? I'm looking heavily at ES on today, trying to find, opportunities within the market. The trade that we did not get is yesterday. Do we get that though? Do we get yesterday's trade? Like, if we take a look at this, look, okay, this is what I mean when I say that. Um, just look here at this gap. This was the move of what we wanted yesterday. Do we get that today? Or do we just continue to go on higher? Right? We're hanging around midnight open, so we have really truly no clear bias on today and what the trades will be. I'm not sure at all, period, on what to look for on today. Yeah, I said I'm not sure at all, period, on what to look for today. So it remains to be seen. I think I'm just going to pretty much be a little bit patient and wait for market open to be able to see if we get any kind of setups. Let's take a look at gold here. And we see with gold is getting somewhat of a slight pullback. I wish I would have caught this move on yesterday. That was beautiful. And this actually came in at around, oh man, that's your silver bullet right here. But this was on a 15-minute. So, all right, so let's run through the markets real quick to see what we have going on and what's taking place. Uh, we have Bitcoin futures at around 66 to 50. We have Micro Ether futures, right? Sitting at 1800. MES at 76.25. As we can see, this is nothing but when we look at this, let's drop down to, well, we'll keep it on the 15-minute chart for sure. We'll keep it on the 15-minute chart, but I like it on the 5-minute a little bit better to be able to give us a clear idea. Let's take a look at MNQ. MNQ, you already see what is happening with MNQ. Obviously, you're having that pullback on MNQ. Do we continue to go lower on today? Let's take a look at YM. YM look beautiful on that. And then look at oil. Take a look at oil down at $77.61 on light crude oil futures. That is interesting. Should gas prices follow? I remember a lot of people saying that, hey, oil, and I think this deal comes from primarily based upon the Iran situation and the deal it is that they're supposedly coming up with or has passed already. It remains to be seen when it comes to that. I'm not so keen on hanging my hat on that, but at 78.39, you definitely have some room there. So let's get this out to our followers on today. All right, and we're about 8 minutes away from the market open, and this is what, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I really don't see anything that's kind of too out of the ordinary. If we take a look at the watch list real quick, we could take a look at Tesla. I think they said that there may be opportunity there for trades on Tesla. Let's take a look. This is what they say about Tesla. Tesla's on watch after Goldman Sachs weighed in on the company's delivery prospects for Q2 2026. The analyst expects Tesla to report delivery of 420,000 vehicles for the quarter, above both its prior forecast of 405,000 and the consensus estimate of 400,000. Goldman Sachs projects strong year-over-year growth in Europe and high single-digit growth in China through May 2026, though it's expect US delivery declines in the mid-teens. So Tesla, so far you starting to see a little bit of a move up, right? It was hanging around 409.59, but you're starting to see a bullish move up on Tesla. If we take a look at this and pull it out on the daily with Tesla, to be able to have a good idea as to what is going on. You still see that bearish momentum, like, right? You have that break here, that retest, and then it could be continuing on down uh to the downside on Tesla. So I'm looking at a break of this wedge pattern here. You got a retest happening here of this key level here of what was once support, has now looking like it's becoming resistance, right? And where that resistance is lying at is around 418.02. So I see some resistance there. Um, and maybe this thing, continues to fall back, right? Let's take a look at Dave and Buster's, right? So Dave and Buster's is up on the clock too as well. Ticker symbol PLAY. So Dave and Buster's down 15% on this morning, right? So it was sitting at $12.32 and has dropped all the way down. If you look, it's down now 17% in the market. Pre-market is at $10.11. So Dave and Buster's is gapping down after its Q1 2026 earnings report. The company posted 559.2 million in quarterly revenue, marking a 1.5% year-over-year decline, with comparable store sales dropping by 5.4%. Net income dropped from 21.7 million to 5.7 million on a year-over-year basis. CEO Tarun Lau said that Dave and Buster's back to basic strategy is gaining clear traction, though he acknowledged the result fell short of expectations for quarter one. So this is what is happening with Dave and Buster's. So those of you who are Dave and Buster's holders, you can see the decline that is here with Dave and Buster's. This is not pretty, but do do you think this thing can turn around? Hey, it may be an opportunity to be looking for some starter areas if you were a person who wants to get into Dave and Buster's, right? They could working on revamping, taking things back to the old way of how they did things. But that's something that remains to be seen. Let's take a look at one of our other favorites, Palantir. Palantir right now, pre-market, Palantir is it's only down point. It's not even down. Yeah, 0.881%, right? So Palantir, you may have a move here on Palantir today. So Alethea Capital raised its price. No, not Alethea Capital. Wolf Research upgraded the stock to peer perform underperform, citing its strong product market fit and positioning as a leading enterprise AI platform. The firm highlighted Palantir's accelerating growth metrics, strong demand for its Foundry and Gotham platforms, and large addressable market supporting very high long-term revenue growth expectations. So Palantir, if you've really been looking for a good position to be able to get into Palantir, like, this might be that area, that zone of where you might want to look to be able to grab some shares into Palantir. And we do have a few others of what we're going to be going through throughout the day. Let's take a look at Baba here as we get this ball rolling before market open. Alibaba. And we can see Alibaba is having a decline this morning, down 2.88%. And with Alibaba is trading lower in the pre-market, the company has introduced its first family of AI models designed specifically for robots, marking its expansion beyond chatbot technology. The move reflects broader shift in China's AI industry towards agentic systems that can carry out tasks and enhance machine intelligence. So Alibaba, as you can see, is going through something of significance right now. And here's our other favorite. Let's take a look at Apple too as well. So with Apple, what we have and what is going on with Apple, look at Apple in the pre-market. Apple is slightly down in the pre-market at 295.24 after closing at 296.42 yesterday. But the company is facing an investigation by Italy's competition regulator over potential non-compliance with EU Digital Markets Act interoperability rules. The probe focused on whether Apple unfairly restricts third party cloud services from accessing system components and achieving parity with iCloud. This marks the first DMA related investigation launched by the Italian watchdog. So that Apple facing another lawsuit, right? So that's what's going on with Apple. Let's take a look at SUGP. This is Sue Group Holdings. So SUGP, we have about 1 minute until market open. And we just want to take a look at this and where this is. This is obviously trading um, a little bit higher, right? And it's gapping up, signing a distribution agreement with Germany's GEZE, a global provider door, window, and building safety technology. This deal expands Sue Group's smart building portfolio and aimed at helping pursue larger, more complex projects combining security, automation, and building access solutions. The company has marked a capitalization of 1.3 million and a float of 470,000 shares, roughly 47.8% of which are sold short. So that is what we have going on so far. We are getting ready for market to open in under a minute. And so let's go ahead and drop down to our 5 minute time frame on the charts and be able to see what we have going on here. And the market just opened. And so I'm excited. Are you all excited on today? You all should be excited that the market is now open. Let's go. Let's get it. And let's see what the market brings us. Obviously, we are now trading above midnight open now. We did have that pullback to the 200 moving average, and you can see now the market is starting to retrace. But you do have some buyers that is sitting around this 200-day moving average of what we see. So let's just keep our eyes and ears open and focused on what is happening on today. So this is going to be interesting with FOMC happening on tomorrow. Let's take a look. Do we have any news on today? No news on today. We do have housing, right, that actually came out at 8:30 this morning. So its previous was at 1.3. Its actual was at 1.1. Uh, and building permits was at 1.42. Now it's at 1.41. So nothing of too much significance of which can make a draw within the markets. But tomorrow, if you're paying attention to tomorrow, FOMC, this is a big day in the markets on tomorrow. So we want to be keeping our eyes and ears healed for what is to come. Trump may do some speaking today. We'll have to check True Social for that. Let me go ahead and check True Social to see what Trump is, if he's even going to say anything at all. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. I'm gonna pull up True Social real quick. Here, let's drop down to the 1 minute time frame. Taking out buy side this morning. Obviously, we see buy side liquidity being taken out. This could perhaps be that manipulated move, but we don't want to engage within the markets yet. We kind of have a rule where we don't engage within the first 5 minutes of the market, but we're checking True Social and checking to see if anything of what Donald Trump has said. The last thing he has said was Iran has agreed to never have a nuclear weapon. Also, the story that the U.S. is paying Iran $300 million is fake news put out by the Democrats. he, he called them Democrats. So the Democrats, President DJT. So that's the last thing of what President Trump has said. He hasn't said anything as significant as of yet. So we will keep our eye on True Social. But we having a strong move here to the upside. So maybe um this here was buy side. So we're taking out buy side liquidity, right? So you see buy side, we had a wick up on buy side. Obviously, our that next key level of what we're looking at is previous day high that is sitting up here. I would want to change this. Let me change this because I was thinking about changing this anyway. The color for my own reasoning. There we go. That's more like it for me, right? So this is previous day high that is sitting up here. So if we get that manipulated move to take out buy side, sweep previous day high, and then maybe we could short to sell side liquidity. Um, that might be the move of where we go today. Shorten the bad boy below midnight open. So it'll look something like a power of three, where this is accumulation. We had that manipulated move sweeping previous day high at 76.48. And then we look to take our sweep reversal all the way through below midnight open. Because I think is the market is getting prepared for FOMC. So I don't see us being very bullish on today. That's just me though. That's just me. I could be wrong, but what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Are you bearish or are you bullish on today? So we did take a look at oil though, and what it was saying about crude oil. Like if we could possibly let's pull up crude oil too as well. Let's have a side by side right with crude oil. Just for a moment. Um so here's what the market has said about crude oil, right? As we're taking a look at ES steel, because that's what we're going to be trading on today. This is what the market said about crude oil, though, right? About oil stocks, right? Being down 3.13% within the pre market. It said it's trading lower as a group in tandem with continued weakness in oil prices, which reached a 3 month low on Thursday morning. U.S. West Texas intermediate futures dropped below the $80 level as of 4 a.m. Eastern this morning, representing a 1.4% decline, while Brent crude futures sunk by 1.25%, or remain on watch as traders assess reports surrounding the memorandum of understanding between the U.S. and Iran to end the conflict between the countries. The MOU is set to be signed in Switzerland on Friday, June 19th. So those oil stocks that you want to be taking a look at right now is USO, OXY, XOM, CVX, DVN, and COP. So we see the market is pulling back after setting some equal highs at buy side liquidity here on MES. But I mean, oil is, trading at 77.66 on light crude oil on futures, and they're right. I mean, I really I see oil maybe slightly pumping, right? Getting itself like a little bit of a small recovery at 78.39. I'm looking at that level there, which will allow the markets and indices to possibly probably pull back a little bit. But as of right now, I mean, I'm not so sure, man. I'm not so sure. We still patient in this thing and just waiting to see how this thing plays itself out. So, uh, did we do anything? Let's do this. There we go. I figured. So we're just sitting here waiting. We're waiting to see how this thing plays itself out. And so, we're hanging around that buy side liquidity there. We may just, with the market, we may just have, and this is what I'm seeing, right? Of what could be a possibility. We may have one significant move, and then the rest of the day is chop. How do y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that? And there's also a a stock that I secretively want you all to be taking a look at too as well. And this stock, let me pull it up for us. Look, we're gonna add that to our millionaire plays. But look at it. I literally was just looking at this on yesterday, and AMKOR Technologies is soaring, is soaring on the morning. I wish I would have caught this way ahead of time. But if you know anything about this company here, in which most people don't, and I totally understand that most people don't understand this at all, period. But AMKR, right? Nvidia does not move without AMKR. Did you hear me? Nvidia does not move without AMKR. Do you think I'm playing? Let's do let's do a little bit of a dive into this so that you could be able to understand this and what this company do, right? They're having this high volume breakout, right? And it surged over 34% this week, hitting 52-week highs near 92.45 during early trading on June 16th. The primary catalyst driving this parabolic move is the announcement of a landmark 10-year partnership with Taiwan Semiconductors to expand advanced semiconductor packaging capabilities in Arizona. Look, they're building what was built in Taiwan. They're building it here in Arizona. And if you don't know that, like the moves are already things are already happening and taking place now. So this is a great opportunity. Obviously, it is striking out this morning, taking off, right? But they got that 10-year partnership with TSMC, and they are absolutely crushing it. And congratulations to those who are shareholders. I personally don't own any shares within this company, but this is a great company who is a sleeper in what it is or what they've been providing. Obviously, y'all, we haven't gotten anything this morning. Look at the choppiness of what's going on this on the S&P. Let's just take a look at SPX for a second to see if anything is going on. This is why I think could we could be potentially trading lower, right? Closing this new week opening gap. Excuse me. Closing this new week opening gap. There's pretty much nothing either on SPX, right? Of what's happening on SPX. You have a heavy resistance zone here. If you get a break of this level here, then obviously we could be looking for some potential longs. But as of right now, I mean, nothing is really too pretty much happening. And that's a break above buy side. But as of right now, nothing is pretty much happening. So let's be patient and wait and see on that. But how do y'all feel about that AMKR, right? How do y'all feel about that? This is interesting. Let's take a look at SpaceX too. We haven't taken a look at SpaceX this morning. Look at the pullback though, that what's happening. I think this may be a seek and destroy, a seek and destroy day leading up to FMOC. But we're just gonna be patient to see. So let's take a look at SBA SpaceX. Look at SpaceX this morning with another climb up to the top right at 211. We take a look at this. We're gonna go to the hour chart. Let's take them out of sync though for a minute. So let's go back to the 3 minute. Right. Let's take these out of sync. Um, This is interesting though. The more that we see of what's happening here with SpaceX, man. I knew one person was saying, "Hey, go ahead and buy it, so you'll be able to just already have some skin in the game, just getting one share of it, right?" But in my opinion, w- you're going to be dollar cost averaging anyway into something that can be possibly very, very, very big. But I mean, once your elite start taking profits, why would you want to have any hand in this whatsoever? I know I don't. I want to wait and be patient. Yeah, SpaceX is at 217, 218. Obviously, this could be something that is pulling the market a little bit higher, but we're hanging out around here by on buy side. You can see the choppiness of what is happening and taking place. So I would advise you to be patient prior to you getting and engaging into the markets right now. Just exercise your patience right now this morning. You can see the choppiness happening. So I wouldn't be doing anything yet in the markets as far as engaging wise. Just a personal choice and a decision. Let's take a look at MNQ. Okay, now we may enter into our position on MES. If we're choosing to trade MES for longs, hanging around buy side, I'm still not sure. 76, 34.50. I will say everything is like sort of decoupled though, in a sense. I don't. For us to engage into shorts, we would want to see this level here taken out with displacement here. I mean, you could I mean, you could go here at this level here and put your stop here at this wick here and go ahead and be looking for shorts here. I mean, I do see lower highs and higher lows. But again, if this is me, I'm patient. Like I really see no reason to engage into this chop on ES. I mean, NQ looks a lot better when you're looking at it from the 5 minute chart, right? But you can't say the same thing for ES. You can't. ES is not looking too good this morning. So we're just gonna be patient and wait and see. Yeah, we gotta be patient and wait and see. But you could see below that level of what we were talking about, we wanted strong displacement below that level to start looking for shorts. And I think they are getting ready to come in. So to me, this would be a good area. See, but we didn't get any type of candle closure, and we're on the 5 minute. We want candle closure on the 5 minute to be able to give us better confirmation in order to engage into this. Let's say we could get an entry here. All right, guys, I'm locked in. I'm finna get ready to take a trade. So just give me a second.
Order filled.
Oh, wow. That was loud. All right, so we're in this trade. We're short. This is a beautiful move of what we have going on. Um, we're just going to be patient to see how this continues to play itself out. I'm probably looking at 76.17. So we got filled at oh, price is retracing pretty hard here. Hold on 1 second, you all. I gotta go and find my charger. 1 second. All right. So this is what we have going on of what we're in right now. We are filled at 726.50. This is what we're looking for today. Not much, right? Not too much. I think this is one of those days where it's kind of pretty much scalping, scalping opportunities that are presenting themselves within the market. So we're back in it. We're back in that build phase. Like I said, we could just be on seek and destroy because the market is preparing itself for FOMC. But looking like we're about to get stopped out, and we do. So we got stopped out again. Like I said, you get the displacement candle closure, and then the market just reverses back. We probably should have hung around behind buy side just a little bit to be able to see, but I think the markets are on seek and destroy today. I think this is seek and destroy day today. Wow, look at that. Did we get another entry here? Let's see if we could take another entry. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm sorry, you all. Have my alerts going off. We could just be patient, wait and see if we get a different opportunity. I do think I still believe that this has an opportunity to be bearish, right? Like we're stuck in between buy side liquidity that's right here. So the market is just deciding, do it want to go ahead and take out buy side and sweep previous day high? And then we get a manipulated move. We get that the distribution move back to midnight open to sell side liquidity. Right now, that's kind of where we are right now. So it's pretty much seek and destroy. We out on our first trade, obviously with great risk management there, not really too concerned. But this is what I'm looking for right here. Maybe it comes and takes out buy side, and we just go here, get a sweep, and then a reversal back. That's kind of what I'm looking for. But what did I say earlier today? I said, man, today could be one of those days where we just get continuous chop because the market is, preparing itself for FOMC. Where's a indecision within the marketplace right now? So obviously we see a break higher. You have a shift in market structure, maybe opportunity for longs at 76.30. Do we get filled there? We don't get filled there. So seek and destroy. Let's see something here. Let's see. No. Nope. I mean, looking at this looks like that what? Like a bear flag, right? Like it's going to potentially break this and continue to go lower. So we just got to be patient to wait and see. All right, so we just got filled. We're in at 76.32. So we're in longs at 76.32, back to previous day high. And you can see the market is
Order
reversing
filled.
and just closed us out. Like at this point, like I said, is possibly seek and destroy day. Very much possibly be seek and destroy day here. And I don't want to engage too much in this. You have a lot of people saying that SpaceX is messing with the price action a little bit. I mean, that's a possibility, man, for real, for sure. But look at that. I think this is just a day where we walk away. I think we hold our heads up high and we walk away. There's no reason to engage in the markets today. Hopefully, we could get a potential move on tomorrow. So, if we just take a look at overall of what happened, right? Like, cause I'm telling you, this is seek and destroy for me. I'm seeing seek and destroy. You have buy side liquidity here. We're a little bit above midnight open. We took shorts here, obviously, but the price ended up reversing, stopping us out. Then we go for longs, get stopped out again. So as of right now, it's a matter of not engaging in the markets because, like I said, look at the chop of what we have here, and the markets is probably just preparing itself for FOMC. You can see the Nasdaq pulling back a little bit. Let's see what SpaceX has going on because SpaceX should be pulling back too as well. Let's just take a look. Uh, so you do have SpaceX pulling back this morning, and it was at a high of 225.61. So it's having a slight pullback too as well this morning. For our exact idea of shorts, right? Don't it be interesting when your shorts start to come in after it wicks you out the trade? Like that be the problem right there. But it's all good. I said it's all good. So we're just gonna be patient and wait and see. Um, Maybe we're going to go take out sell side. If we get a sweep of below sell side liquidity, then we could perhaps probably look for longs. But I wouldn't be too keen on that until we start seeing, like, if we go to the 5 minute chart, Until we start seeing probably a break above midnight open, that's where I would probably want to engage. See, when we broke our displacement level the first time of what we had, which was here with candle closure, we went for shorts and the market reversed on us. This could have been an entry again for us to be able to take shorts, but the reason why we didn't engage this time is because you had buyers right here, right? That's literally sitting below midnight open that pushed the market right back up, and it still didn't take out buy side. So as of right now, the choppiness is what's holding us back from engaging. You see, SpaceX pulling back significantly this morning from its high of 225 is now at 213, 212. You could perhaps maybe find some support somewhere around 200. If we were to take a look at this, uh, let's go here. Possibly 207.44 could be a strong key level. If it comes all the way back to 196, just imagine that, right? Imagine that. See what we're talking about? So we have that displacement on ES below this level, but look at buyers around here sitting at around the 200-day moving average that is pushing this thing back up. You see buyers are just hanging out a little bit below midnight open. If we lose the 200-day, then maybe we may see ourselves possibly taking on another entry. And look at there, headed straight to sell side. We was trying to get these shorts so early on, way back here, and this was at around 950, and the move comes in at 1020. Those buyers are strong down here, though. Look at that, and that's why we don't engage. They're too strong. But for price to be pushing back down, I think the buyers are losing momentum, and sell side, a sweep of sell side is probably what is going to get them back into position. It's quite interesting to see. Look at that sell side getting ready to be taken out. Darn, man, I hate that. The fact that that was our setup the whole entire time, and it comes after it wicks us out. Look at this. This was our first initial trade here below this orange line, right? We wanted displacement there. We got displacement there. And look how we got wicked out of the trade. Just look. We got wicked out of the trade, literally, for it to come and take out sell side. That's that's where you just smile and just be like, all right, whatever. Whatever. What did Kenneth Chenault from our book, right? Y'all remember the book of what we've been reading this week, right? Our book of the day, Take a Lesson. What is in chapter one? What is in chapter one in our book? What is in chapter one, Mr. Kenneth Chenault? What does he talk about? Control what you can control, right? We can't control the markets. We can have the perfect setup, right? Our initial bias was correct, first and foremost. Our initial bias was correct. And we had it taken out sell side. That was our plan. We wanted the market to take out sell side. We should have just mm, boy, it's just up getting wicked out of that position. But it's all good. So our initial bias was correct on today. Obviously, the move of what we were looking for is now happening, and so it's all good. It's all good. There's no need to catch FOMO and FOMO into this. We're just gonna wait until PM session. We could be patient enough and wait for PM session. This right here was absolute garbage today. That was absolute garbage. We may get IO Fed. We possibly could catch IO Fed here. I'm not so sure though. We want to engage, but look at that bounce though off of our fib with SpaceX. How it comes right here to the golden zone to the 618, bounces off the 618 with an initial move, pushing back. I said 207.44 could be a great entry point. So interesting enough, right? Of how the markets is playing itself today. I mean, I'm not going to be too concerned.
What's going on, Juco?
And I don't think you should be too concerned either. Those of you who did take trades, and you got stopped out due to the little seek and destroy mission. But our whole plan the entire time was for price to come and take out sell side. I just had a feeling that price was going to come and take out sell side. We had the initial pullback started to happen within SpaceX. Obviously, that could have been a great clear indicator for us to be able to hop in. We did call SpaceX being able to hit probably a reversal around 207.44, in which it did once we slapped the Fibonacci on there, and we was able to see 207.44 as the golden zone, and boom, you can see buyers stepping right back in right there. So you see that initial push of buyers pushing in right there. But if you take a look at ES, right, you see buyers pushing in right there at that same exact key level after sell side at 76.14. 76.14.25 was a very good key level too as well. So it's all good though. We're not too concerned. We're not too worried. We're gonna wait for PM session though to be able to get back at it. We don't want to try to catch IO Fed here. You got to break above the 50 on SPX. So we'll see. We'll see. We will be back at 1 o'clock today for PM session. And I look forward and hoping to see you all there. So it's your boy Jeremy. I'm just looking at this. This would have been like the sweetest trade today. But it's all good. Y'all have a good one.